What's poppin', guys? Episode 252525 of the Creased podcast. Thank you for coming back. My name's Kasita. I'm here with my partner in crime, Trey Treasy. What's going on, Trey?
What's up, bro?
Not much, yes, sir. Just another day, another week of sneaker news, sneaker fashion, everything sneaker related. Um, L meter. What you copped this past week, man? You got anything?
Back again with the L meter, and yeah, it was hot this week. So I think my the two biggest L's, I guess, would technically be three L's, but I definitely did not cop anything that was off-white related this weekend, which is hella unfortunate. The only other thing that I'm kind of upset I took an L on, and I did try for them, were the Supreme Air Max Pluses, and we talked about them last week. Super fire. I wanted that black pair bad, but I did not get my hands on. They sold out as expected immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, you blinked and they were gone. The mean green set, that was a surprise to me, even considering that they were just supreme. But the fire pink ones were in and out pretty easy. As for me, I was gifted. Sneaker gods, they called me, bro. So they called me. They're like, "Hey, bro, we seen that you've been taking a lot of L's lately. We're gonna go ahead and throw you an alley oop real quick." So Virgil and Nike, they contacted my phone and they sent me exclusive access for the Off White 5. So those will be coming very soon and also be on a special mail call edition of the
Okay.
Creek podcast. So be looking forward to those. Um,
I see you. That's a big come up.
that one was pretty big. The one that really hurt me this week was the New Balances, the 2002 R's, the
Mm,
Celeste.
yep.
Man, I wanted those so
Yeah.
bad. I wanted those so bad, and it was my first time like really trying to like navigate the New Balance website and really
Yeah.
trying to do something. So it was strange, but yeah, I took the L on those. That one hurt.
I know. I forgot about that. I didn't even think to mention that right now. But yeah, that was on the 23rd. And those, oh, I wanted those bad. That
Those are
sucked.
super hard.
But as usual, we can jump into what we do have. You want me to kick it off or you want to go?
Yeah, let me see what this big
All
heat's on, Trey. What you
right.
got?
Got you. So for this week, I'm going to pull out the Lebron 3 Oiler.
Whew.
So yep, this was the 2019 release last year. These dropped in May of 2019. As everybody knows, these came out 2006 when Braun rocked these to the All Star game in the H. Obviously, Oilers colorway, super duper fire. You get the light blue suede on the top. You get light blue suede. Fire.
That's hard.
Other than that, you get his initials right here. So that's really dope. You get some other details. But these are super fire. I wanted to shoot for, I wanted to shoot since 2006, to be honest with you, and I just never pulled the trigger on it. Shout out to the team over at Trusted Kicks. They came through on these. I got these for a really nice deal. So, yeah, happy to have these in the collection for sure. The LeBron 3 Oilers.
Definitely a top LeBron 3 colorway
Right.
by a long shot. Those were really hard. I do remember him wearing those in Houston. Uh, Blew off the shelf. Weren't they originally just the PE?
Yeah, they were friends and family originally, and then they ended up coming out. So
That's hard, man. That's hard.
2019, bro. I'm really happy they started re-retroing the top ones, and I'm happy this was like front of the list. It should have been, but I'm happy it was, considering we're from Houston and I really wanted to shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a great steal, man. Shout out Trusted Kicks. We'll be visiting y'all. We'll be visiting y'all more often, absolutely. As you know, it is the week of Halloween. So
Okay.
this Saturday will be Halloween. So there's none other than bust out a nice Halloween edition shoe. I had to bring out the shattered backboard 3.0s. These ones actually dropped October 2019. So these are about a year old now. Honestly, only wear them in the fall, but um, it was the quickest dub that I got on Sneakers app. It was very strange, quicker than the UNC to Chicago's. But yeah, we've seen them now. A lot of people have been rocking them. They've at first they took heat first coming out, people were like, "Oh, we don't like the shininess, this, that, whatever." I always liked them because of the color blocking, being that it's just black and orange. So, yeah, that's my kick of the day.
Those are fire. I love the cream sole on it. It's like the little off-white sole on his fire. And then, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. The shiny, I was probably hating on it a year ago, but they definitely grew on me. They're super dope, super dope. One of the better. I like the other Shatter Backboards more of the OGs, but those are fire though, super fire.
I appreciate it. Yeah, nah, they're cool. Like I do like them. I liked them whenever I first saw them. I was just, I had to just stay quiet about it because more people hyped it up than really like players out there.
Exactly. That's a perfect Halloween shoe though.
Oh yeah, those are gonna be rocked on Saturday for sure.
We can get to that in a little bit.
Absolutely. Let's get right into the fresh out the box though. We're gonna come at y'all fresh and hot. We got Beyonce, Queen B, Houston's own. She is dropping her Ivy Park Part 2 collaboration with Adidas. She had a great trailer video on her website, ivypark.com. Very 80s inspired aerobic type of video to showcase all the shoes that she's going to be dropping on October 30th. Here is a little expert from the website. It says, inspired by inner beauty, strength, and resilience, the Adidas Ivy Park collection pushes the boundaries of traditional performance wear to deliver a collection that is effortless, functional, and always inclusive. Aside from the shoes that we're about to get into, she's also releasing the clothing. And the big thing is it ranges from all sizes from double small, double extra small to 4X for the ladies. So it is all inclusive, very Rihanna did it first, but I'm not gonna mention. I'm not gonna get deep into that. Anyway, starting off on her shoes, she has the Ultra Boost, which is like a primarily yellow with a gum outsole. She has two pairs of night joggers coming out. There's the form. She went a little bit old school with it as well with the forms, a mid top and a low top, and then to round it all off, she has women's super sleek 72. Uh, yeah, very like a platform based shoe, but it's inspired by a samba on top, and it has a huge bulky sole at the bottom. What's your take, man? What you got? What you thinking about Beyonce dropping her second collection?
Yeah, no, it's great. I think they did another really good job on the entire collection. They did. I love the video. It's the second time they've done the video for her second drop, and I think they did a really good job on those. Um, my favorite of all these would probably be, and to be honest, I was kind of ragging on the shoe, but like the Forum Mid. I like the all mint look. You're right. Like I'm not rocking any of these, obviously, but like if I was picking my favorite out of these shoes, I would go for the Forum Mid. I think it just pops. I think the mint, even though it's like completely monochromatic, except for the outsole, I do like the mint on the Forum Mid. Other than that, bro, the all Volt Ultra Boost, it is pretty cool. But I mean, you got to really love Volt. You know what I'm saying?
I think those are actually hard. The Ultra Boost,
Yeah.
hey, it's a great color. It's more pale than anything. I find a little bit of like a pale yellow, but um, no, I think they're actually pretty hard. But the one I'm gonna take away has to be the Super Sleek 72s. Those ones are fire for the ladies, of course. I think it embodies uh fashion today. It does meet those that criteria. So they do look like the most complete shoe. The forms look great. I would actually go with the low top over the mid. Um, Forms are a classic OG Adidas shoe, but I don't. Yeah, I just think the super sleeks were a little bit better. Um,
I happen to remember someone dogging on a certain Cardi B shoe that had the fat sole on it recently.
oh, but that one was made to look like a transformer. So like, I'm I'm not about to play with you.
No, this one I get what they're going for though. Like that's we said that 2 weeks ago. That's what's in right now, and so that's what's gonna come out on all these Rihanna shoes. That's what's gonna come out on these Beyonce shoes. That's just what's gonna come out. So you could tell like this it has the samba upper and everything. So and it's like got the OG color blocking up top for that. So $100 is gonna sell. I would assume those go pretty quick. Other than that, yeah, I think Beyonce did a really good job. Adidas, great job again for sure.
Yeah, Adidas always looking out for the artist.
Yeah.
I feel like Beyonce had full control over this. Like I think her first drop was also very successful. But
I
you
mean,
know,
that's sold out. And I mean, I remember they did great marketing on that too. They sent like those trunks of just all the gear to celebrity chicks and they were like opening them. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's a fat pack to get at your house, bro.
yeah, 18-wheeler pull up at my house and it got 3 stripes on it, and Beyonce's like, "Yo, this is from Beyonce."
Yeah, that's a
So
cool box. Hard to beat that.
yeah, kind of hard to turn that one down. I wouldn't be able to do it that fast, even
So,
though it's checks over stripes.
no,
Uh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think all these are on the 30th, right? All these, including all the gear that's going to come with it, because she got an outfit for every one of these. So, um, yeah, for sure. So the 30th, that'll be coming up for the Beyonce Ivy Park Part 2. So moving on, we have another world-renowned artist, this man Drake. So over the weekend, we saw pics via English Soul, our picture plug, I guess you could say.
he got all of the heat. I don't know where he stay at, but I need to go figure out where he at.
Man, yeah, for sure. Those are fire. So there's 2 pairs of Jordan's 11s that have surfaced. They are the entire like bottom portion is patent leather on the 11, and it is completely debossed in OVO squares. Essentially, it kind of looks like the HP logo to me.
Mhm.
But there's a white pair that the upper portion of the shoe is all leather, and on the black pair it is all suede. So I think those are both super duper fire. Translucent gum soles on both of them. Do you have a choice here? Any picks?
I'm gonna have to go white, even though I wouldn't take either. I think they're both actually quite ugly. They got the pissy yellow sole. Um,
You wild,
I
bro.
mean, I no, man. It's like I like the aged look, but
Yeah,
if I age it, not if it comes aged to me.
I see. I
You know
got
what I mean? But I mean, I mean,
you.
I just don't like it. I think it's the whole complete package. The bossing, the black ones just look horrendous. So I'm just gonna take the white ones. Um, and this is not his first 11. He did the snakeskin ones as well. So, I don't know. It wasn't really a knockout the park for me with this collab, or yeah, this collab, this OVO 11. I don't think Drake has had a good run with T Jordan, to be quite honest.
No, I like the tins a lot, but other than that, yeah, I think this would be a lot hotter if they just had one debossed area in like where like Fragment puts their logo kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like on the ones, but I don't know, man. I don't make these shoes. I don't make shoes. We just talk about them. That's all we do.
I mean, yeah.
I'll
No,
flip flop with you though. I would take the black pair. I'm gonna take the black pair, but
if you like black shoes, so
yeah, and that's the only reason why is because I'm not gonna wear that all white shoe. No
yeah.
sir.
But yeah, those are just all they just surfaced because it was Drake's birthday this past week. So shout out Drizzy, happy birthday, my man.
Happy birthday, bro. I can't wait for that album on my birth month coming up. So
Yeah.
looking
Oh,
forward to that.
that certified lover boy. That trailer looked really hard too. So
Boy, you better pray he don't drop that on the 13th. It's going down.
going big down. Going big down. All right. So something else that just went down this past week was the again another year of the dunk. 2020 year of the dunk. Look, man, dunk everywhere. All right, yeah, Mr. Lit himself, another Houston representative, Travis Scott, just signed. He just inked a deal with PlayStation. He's going to be now their strategic creative partner. In other words, they're just going to use him to sell PlayStations. They dropped a nice little teaser video of him signing his deal. And in the video, we got a glimpse of a perhaps rumored to be releasing PlayStation Travis Scott Nike Dunk Low. Um, of course, in the video, they were black and white with a reverse swoosh. Some weird person on the PlayStation team was wearing them. But
Right.
there has been a mock-up video, oh, excuse me, a mock-up Photoshop rendering of what the shoe could possibly look like, and turns out that it's like a cream and tan with a black swoosh. Um,
Yeah,
not
I would assume that someone got a hold of the colorway, right? Someone, there's a floating picture out there of a rendering of what it could look like, and that's definitely somebody getting a hold of the colorway and putting what they think it's going to be on there. But that's super dope. I think it sounds cool, right? Like, I originally, not gonna lie to you, the video was very like black and grayish and that whole scale. So it didn't hit me off the bat that that the picture was in black and white essentially, and I really enjoyed the shoe. How
No,
it looked.
no, the shoe would have looked better the way we saw it on the video. Absolutely. I know, I agree with you, dog. Like that would have been way better to see. But even with seeing like the Travis Scott one low, the Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott one low on there, you could make out the colors on there because we've seen it in colors. So then when
Yeah.
you saw it in grayscale for the dunk, it's like,
Yeah.
that, like, we all want it to be this, but sure enough, with the rendering, at least it's just a rendering, it's not a final product. uh
Yeah.
but
Question.
I
Go ahead.
but
No, I was
no,
gonna say I have a question for you, but it's not so much shoe related. It's more of, so Travis has worked with McDonald's recently. He's worked with PlayStation recently. These are both places, the PS5 is going to sell out, right? It's going to sell out everywhere, every chance it gets. McDonald's is making billions a day kind of thing. So what do these companies get from using Travis, even though they're already selling out of the product that they're using him for?
um they get the nod. They get to say they did a collaboration with one of the biggest,
Right.
do I say pop star? No, just one of the biggest musicians of this day, I would say. I mean, yeah, it's Travis Scott, dog. Like,
Yeah.
he came from nothing to something.
Yeah. When you get this like
Nobody else does.
Travis Cactus Jack system or something, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he opens up his own clothing line or, something crazy like that later down the line. But
Yeah. I mean, definitely the last, maybe it wasn't the McDonald's drop, but the time he dropped merch prior, he definitely had tons of PlayStation logos and stuff on all the gear that he was selling, on the merch he was selling.
oh yeah, the Fortnite collaboration.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, yeah,
And that's another thing. He's collaborating with all these, different avenues of entertainment, and it's just going to show you that I think I don't know who benefits more. I think Trap McDonald's
uh,
definitely benefited more.
yeah,
McDonald's, they must have saw a surge of people who haven't even eaten there over years.
yep,
But I don't see PlayStation having an issue. I mean,
yeah.
I guess it may settle that beef, that PlayStation Xbox beef.
Mm, right,
You know,
right.
if you were
Yeah,
on the fence about what system to get, well, we have Travis Scott, so
yeah. I mean, if you're just looking for that one little thing to put you over the edge, that'll do it, kind of thing for sure. And we've seen McDonald's now. We haven't even talked about it, but J Balvin got a meal. I heard Diplo's next getting a meal. So, yeah, it's wild. These collaborations are insane right now. I didn't think going into 2020, I wouldn't have said I saw all these collaborations coming with all these one-off companies and stuff.
it's been a whirlwind of a year for sure when it comes to collaborations. Um,
Wow.
but yeah, no, yeah, congratulations to Travis on signing with PlayStation. That is a huge feat. That was a huge feat, definitely. Not everybody gets to say that they've worked that closely, like the music industry with a video gaming company.
For
Uh,
sure, for
yeah,
sure. Big gamer.
big, huge gamer. I don't even play games like that. But let's move on. So like we said at the beginning of the episode, it is Halloween week. Uh,
Spooky season.
spooky season for show for show. Um, let's. What, do you have your favorite Halloween shoe of all time? Like
I do. I
top.
do. I have a particular favorite that is super underrated. I feel like most people don't have any idea about this one. It dropped, I think, like 2 or 3 years ago. It's an Air Max 95 Halloween. Um, it comes in like a cream upper, and it's supposed to look like a mummy wrap over the top of it. And it's super duper fire. I think the main thing everybody knows about this shoe is that there's an eyeball on the tongue. It also has like lime green mesh down the sides of the shoe. It's super fly to me. It's got the glow in the dark sole on it. So I like that one a lot. That's always been like my one Halloween shoe that I've been like, that's the one for me, for sure. How about you? You got one?
Oh yeah, I do remember those ones too. That's 17 Halloween.
17. Yep. Yep.
Um, I got two. I got two. It was one of those shoes that just always spoke to me whenever like beginning to collect shoes and realizing that shoes have themes as well. It was the
Mhm.
Frankenstein Air Force Ones from '06. Those were big ones. They had the stitching on the side. They were almost a one of one color of the Frankenstein green, the black midsole. Uh, and I love forces. We had love forces at that time. Nelly was a big reason
That
why,
was
a lot
prime
of
time
love
for
forces.
forces, bro. That was prime time for forces.
Oh man, it was a great time. Man, forces were dropping in different colorways every week. So
It's what Jordans are now.
yeah, Jordan One is now is what the Air Force One is back then. So yeah, definitely, got you gotta pay your dues. But that was definitely one of them. And then the second one, the colorway's been touched by so many customizers. It's been put on different types of shoes. Ones that we're going to talk about later in this episode as well. The Freddy Krueger SB Dunks.
Mm,
You honestly just can't look past. There are other ones out there that are also themed like the Puss Heads and
right.
but I think the Freddy Cougars, like they perfectly took the theme of
Perfect.
Freddy,
Yes.
the sweater, put it on the paneling, everything. So yeah,
There's not many more ways to knock it out of the park than you do with that. I mean, that's an all time shoe, but definitely the best Halloween shoe.
number one Halloween shoe of all time.
I do have I have some honorable mentions though. I will mention the Voorhees that was able to be sold, the Dunk High from 2006. Also, super fire shoe. I see that one on a lot of like old SB collectors on like YouTube and stuff. I definitely see those come up every now and then. I'm like, damn, those are hard. And also another shoe that I thought did a really good job was, and you'd never guess this, the LeBron 13, right? They had a Halloween pair come out and it had like splattered blood all over the midsole only and had speckle on it and stuff. It was super fire shoe. I remember that shoe. LeBron 13. So
I wasn't looking at 13s like that.
I mean the model is definitely horrendous. Like not for me at all. But like that blood splatter was I mean, it was perfect. It was for sure perfect.
And I think 2016 was a bad year for LeBron shoes altogether. So, but I mean, I'll definitely take a look at those. Well, the Halloween theme of the LeBron 13s, and I get back to you with an opinion about those. Um, but that has been fresh out the box. Let's carry on into order confirmed. Trey, let's hear what we got up first.
All right. So up first, KD. I think we might have talked about the 13. KD's newest model is the KD 13. This time around is the Aunt Pearl. So this is order confirmed. So this is everything that's come out within the past week. So these dropped on the 24th for $160. All pink upper. You get like a cool like crystal wavy looking thing in the back on one of the back straps, like panels on the back. And then other than that, I think the big banger on this, besides for the entire upper being pink, is the marble sole. I think the marble outsole is. It's hard to like walk by them and not be like, ooh, that's at least like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, KD 13 on Pro. You like them?
Nah, I
Nope.
don't.
Oh,
No. The On Pearl theme, he does it once a year. It's in dedication to his On Pearl and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is all of October. Um, he's there have been better On Pearls,
yeah, for sure.
and I feel like this one just falls way below par. I think the shoe itself was below par.
Mhm.
So, back to the drawing board. Hopefully they can come back stronger with the KD 14s next season when KD actually returns and tries to play basketball. We miss you, KD.
Oh man, I definitely do not miss KD. No.
Those, yeah, like you said, they released on the 24th. I believe they are sold out at this point. If you're a KD collector and you will go for these on pearls.
Yeah, for sure. And they won't get to the outlets, but just like we talked about with the LeBron 18 Lakers last week, this is the only time that I would look at those.
Yeah, definitely. definitely. But that was a big pass for me. What I did not try to pass on this past week was the End, our British retailer friends up there in London in there. Uh and did a collaboration with Asics. This is their second time around. This is the Gel Light 3 Pearl. It released on the N website. I think they did a raffle on the 24th for $160. The colorway was primarily lavender, gray, and ivory. It was an exquisite looking Gel Light 3. That was another one of those shoes that I tried and I struck out on over this past week, but I would have copped if I could have. Definitely. What
Yeah,
about
I love the soft colors on these. I kind of an Easter vibe for me, but I think I'd wear these year round. I think they're really cool. I'm a big Gel Light 3 fan, so if you don't like the tongue, I'm sorry. But apparently enough people liked them to where I could not get them.
right? Isn't that crazy how that's always the case? July 3 all year, and then you make one collab, and then July 3
Bang.
is out. Yeah,
Right. We talked about those OGs, the Phoenix Sun looking colorway, and those are still there.
no problem. I get those. I get those in a couple weeks if they're still sitting there.
Yep. So those also 24th, also $160, also sold out.
Absolutely, instant sellout.
And sell out.
What we got up next?
All right, so up next wouldn't be an episode without Kanye. So Yeezy 350 came out on the 24th, restock on the 26th. This is the natural, so you get like the all cream look on this one. This is originally the Abez.
Originally the Bez. Yeah, now he was recently on Joe Rogan podcast and he was just cutting up and he had that whole trailer. Anyway, let's talk about the shoes.
Yeah.
Um no, it's another all white 350. I would have preferred the creams or the clouds. But the naturals, they did their thing. They actually sat for a little bit before they actually did start moving pairs. So yeah, no, this was an absolute pass for me. I'm sorry, yay. Go ahead and retire the 350. Let's work on some other stuff. I mean, no, the 350 is definitely what made them their money for sure. 350 is what made Adidas the $1 billion.
Maybe just vault them for a little bit.
Yeah, keep them in the vault, man. You know what I mean? Like they're coming out of such of an abundance now is that they actually have lost their touch of exclusivity. So and
Right.
there's colorways out there now. It's just like they're Air Force Ones at this point. They're Vans to most people.
Right. You vault them now and you can re-retro them sooner.
Man, I saw there was a mother out there, a mother pushing a baby stroller, and she had some semi yellow frozen joints, and I was like wow,
Everybody, bro. Everybody.
they're for everybody. And I mean, I'm not mad at it. It should be that way. And like he said, he wants everybody to be able to get a pair. But when it comes down to it like that, I'm like, okay, so are we reselling these or like?
Yeah, right. Yeah, those are also 220. Those came out also on the 24th. I saw it might have came from the podcast also, but I saw he wants to make the foam runner like $25 or something, 25, $30 or something like that now.
Please, I will cop 2 pair.
That's insane. He said something about he talked to Kobe back in the day, and Kobe would talk about how he would always try to make his shoes that you could wear them with jeans also. And the question was because Kanye was trying to say that's what the foam runners are, and I just the foam runner not a jean shoe for me. You know what I'm saying?
I will agree with you on that. Because I mean I clown people who are rocking Crocs. If you're rocking Crocs and jeans, I'm like,
No socks guaranteed.
yeah. I was like, where are you going? Like I got a function at 7, but I need to be cozy by 8.
701.
Yeah, 7:01. Yeah, so I get but I'm definitely passing on the naturals for sure.
There you go.
Yeah. So moving on, staying with Adidas, Pharrell is back. Pharrell, he ever leave, but Pharrell's still here. Pharrell's still here with the human race adaptation of the NMDs. He's releasing two colors. Well, he's released two colors, the Dash and the Sesames. They're set to release. They have released on the 25th of October for $220. There is a third colorway that's a Asia exclusive only, but here in the States we got the Dash Green, which is mostly like a teal, and then the Sesame, which is like a creamish colorway. What do you think about these, Trey?
I liked them. I don't think they were too bad. I did not try for them, to be honest with you. The third colorway dropping overseas is, for me, I think it's way better. I think it's smoother, it's cleaner. It's essentially an all white shoe, and it's got the the upper that they have. So for me, I just feel like it's easy to get dirty. But by far, out of these three colorways, that's my favorite. I'm not a big fan of that bluish green on the Dash Green one. I don't know. I just don't like that color. I don't think. But the Sesame one's not bad. The 2 out of 3, I think, are pretty decent. Pretty decent. I saw this is the OG model. They've been doing the human race. What's the other model they've been doing?
The Trail.
Yeah, the Trail. Yeah. So this is the OG. So I like them. Not bad.
So yeah, I like both of them, to be honest. The Dash Green or the Sesames. I'm just a big fan of teal. I think teal is a really cool color. But I would have taken the Sesames over the Dash Greens. Gifts and donations, as always. You know how this goes.
So that's Pharrell, Adidas. Those were on the 25th. Each of those were $220. Stay tuned to the Creased podcast. Hopefully we can get that third colorway over here, and we will let you know.
Definitely.
Move on. That's all of order confirmed. So that's everything that's dropped recently. Now we're going to move on to everything that's dropping coming up. First things first, we can just go right into the Air Max 95 Freddy Krueger. So as we mentioned, Halloween week, this is coming out on the 30th for $170. We've seen lots of the Nike Halloween pack as we've gone on kind of here. The Freddy Krueger, man. So they took the sweater, they took the whole idea from the dunk we talked about earlier and some of the other features, and they put it on an Air Max 95. So what do you think about the Freddy Krueger 95s?
Not the same.
Not the same.
Definitely not the same. It was a nice attempt.
Yeah.
But I really don't see these really pushing. They might push just for the namesake alone, being in Freddy Krueger and Nike again, back at it again. But personally, I do not like these. I like the gray toe, the gray toe cap on there. I think that's a really cool touch. I wish they would have incorporated like the fingers or at least Freddy Krueger's skin or some sort. But the sweater has been done over and over and over again. I feel like they're playing catch up at this point. I mean, it's great that they took advantage of the stripes, but they're really waves on the 95, and they incorporated the sweater. But all in all, I will not be trying to get these. What about you?
No, I think I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I'm a big 95 guy. I love 95s, but these Freddy Kruegers don't do it for me. I think it's not necessarily a knockoff. It just feels like a diet version of a Freddy Krueger shoe.
Diet version. No flavor at all.
Plus, there's a few other shoes in this Nike Halloween pack that I would take over these, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, for sure. Those come out on the 30th for $170.
Yep.
Moving on, we got something sweet for y'all. We got the BBC Ice Cream Reebok Question Lows.
I think we're gonna disagree here. We made it pretty far. I think we're gonna disagree here.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an episode if we didn't disagree about something. We showed y'all the pastel colorway, I think a couple episodes ago, or was it last episode? This time around, they have 2 new colorways coming out. One called the Beepers and Butts, and then the other one is going to be the name chains. Excuse me. They're set to release on the 30th for $130 a piece. So the Beepers and Butts feature a graphic on there. Well, first, the inspiration is behind Skate Thing. Skate Thing is a Japanese online mail blog, which just showcases the latest in fashion. These graphics come from 2015 2004 to 2005 era. With the beepers and butts, it just shows like cartoonish or animated, I guess, animated photos of beepers and cigarette butts all over the shoe. But it's a primarily all gray shoe. Is it gray or black? Can't really
Great.
tell.
Talk great. Yep.
Okay, so it's an all gray shoe, translucent sole, and the graphics are colored as resembled of that of beepers and
Mm-hmm.
butts. So cigarette butts. Then the name chains are like an all cream shoe with gold chains going all around it, and also a translucent sole. So what's your take on these, Trey? Let me hear it.
Um,
Where are we disagreeing today?
so the name chains suck.
Damn.
I read like some of the names on the chains and it was like beautiful and like cute and like sweet and I was like, oh bro, what am I gonna do with that? But I do kind of like these beeper and butts though. I think they're very interesting. I think they're definitely head turners and stuff. I just think the print overall is very interesting looking. $130, not bad for this collab either, to be completely honest with you. So I might have to go ahead and boost up my L meter for next week with these beepers and butts, bro.
You won't have an issue trying to get, because nobody else wants them. They're both trash.
Oh
Trying to,
no.
they're trying to bring early 2000s back. Leave it alone. Let it die where it was. We're done with tall tees. We're done with baggy jeans. Leave your Vizus, red monkeys at home.
His
Uh,
beepers though, his beepers is like it's throwback, you know what I'm saying? It's still better than your iPhone, to be honest.
None of that. I don't need none of that in this day and age. I'm okay. That's why technology advances. You can leave those because I don't smoke cigarettes.
I was about to say, kids don't smoke cigarettes.
Cigarettes. Yeah, no, these are both ass, so I'm definitely not gonna try to copy either one of them. Let me know when those pastel ones come out. I will be copying those. Again, October 30th, $130, Reebok website. Look
I'll
out.
see you there.
Or
See
at
you.
the BBC ice cream website. Excuse me.
Yep. 30th is gonna be a big day.
Oh yeah, it's a huge day. Yeah.
Then the day after we get into our last thing of the day here, it's gonna be the Air Jordan 1, the Mocha, the one we've been waiting on. Everybody's been ready for this one. So we do get the iteration of the Air Jordan 1 in the Mocha scheme. White body, you get the black around the toe, black swoosh, and you get brown suede on the back. It's sexy, bro. And we've talked about this shoe. This is coming out on the 31st on Halloween for $170 currently. So definitely get into all your raffles, hit all your Foot Lockers and everything, because these are going to be bangers for sure. Obviously, perfect time of the year for these to drop. I mean, how many are you getting?
Man, hopefully I'll be blessed to get one pair. But if I had the option, I would get five, and wear them, throughout the fall months of the year. I think it's a great looking shoe. It's handsome as hell. So it belongs on my feet, absolutely. So people have, they've said it. We've read it all. They said it is the diet Travis Scott ones. They are the Travis Scott ones that you couldn't get. How do you feel about these being an owner of the pair of Travis Scott one highs?
Yeah, at first I did think that. I'm not even gonna front with you. The first like probably month or two that I saw these shoes, and I mean, I feel like these have been around for a while now. I did feel like they were kind of jocking, but then I got to thinking, and I was like, I really like my Mocha threes. They're really tight. So why wouldn't they just keep using this colorway, right? So it's just, who knows how long they had this in the works kind of thing. And then, Travis comes and Travis can literally probably do exactly whatever the hell he wants on his collaboration. So, and another thing as far as separating the two, I mean, besides for the fact they're not exactly similar, I keep my pink laces in my Travis's. So like this shoe is like a grown ass man shoe. You know what I'm saying? This Air Jordan 1 Mocha, this feels like a very grown man shoe that you can wear, with a nice jacket and stuff. Whereas the Travis's, I'm just stunting when I'm trying to wear those, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not looking to dress up or look like super fancy and nice or anything when I'm rocking those.
I'm trying to kill y'all. I'm trying to break y'all's necks whenever I'm wearing these Travises.
Yeah,
I personally like the mochas. I think they're really great. They might be the GR. They might be the GR of the season.
of the season or of the year of 2020. We're gonna have to go back and do some research. I know.
There's a lot of things brewing up still to come, and this past year has been a little bit. It's been strange for everybody, with a world pandemic and everything. So, um, there's a bunch of canceled releases. We got a bunch of restocks. So let's just see how the 31st goes with these. Um, but aside from that, well, final thoughts on the local ones.
Yeah. I like them a lot. I do plan on getting them. I wish they could have done Black Friday. I know they have stuff lined up for all these holidays going forward, but I could see these restocking. I could see these being so popular that they already have a restock date ready for after these sell out on the 31st, that kind of situation. So, yeah, just keep your eyes open. If you have a size 12, donations for sure.
Yes, and donations. I'm putting my dollar exactly where I need to put it. I will be trying to reach out and get these Mocha ones at any means possible. Um, yeah, and it'll probably be on my wall here coming soon.
Yeah,
That
I think we're gonna talk about it later on, but I do think GR of the year. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah, it might be
Thank you.
definitely.
Damn, for sure. Jordan got him again, but that's gonna be episode 25. We appreciate y'all tuning in and catching up with us again on what's going on in the sneaker world. We appreciate y'all watching last week. I got a lot of good feedback on the Brown Mamba interview we had last week. If you haven't watched it, go down. It'll be in the description below. We'll have that so you can go check that out. Other than that, as always, please follow us Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere.
Social works. Yes, absolutely. It's been episode 25. We appreciate having y'all. If you made it to this portion of the video, that means that we love you. We appreciate you. And we can't wait to see you for the next episode. If you still haven't, go vote. Early voting ends in Texas here on the 30th. Until then, you have until November 3rd. Go out, exercise your First Amendment right. Until then, episode 26 on the way. We got it going on.
The voting mandatory show.
Yeah, voting mandatory show. Show us your receipt, your voter registration card, and we'll hook it up for y'all.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got you. Just hit us, Creased Pod, #CreasedPod.
Definitely. #CreasedPod on all social media. Be sure to exercise that as well. Until then, peace. And like always, ain't no half stepping around here. Episode 26 next week. Woo! We'll see you.